a very warm welcome to Providence Pastures, the Roots allotment site at Garthurth, Leeds. This is my allotment vlog. Well, I haven't been for over a week and the allotment has changed somewhat. Unfortunately, I've been busy doing legal work, so I've not been able to come down here. So let's take a closer look at what we've got. Well, we've got a cucumber, at least one growing there. There's another cucumber there. In fact, I might take that home today because they are mini cucumbers. The rhubarb is looking really healthy and that's good. Can start to take from that very shortly. The perpetual spinach, well, as I said previously, that's just going to go as compost now because I think I've not grown enough and the leaves are getting too big and they're bitter. And then we've got the wonderful row of onions, which is doing all right. Strawberries are it's just recovering as a plant. That's not going to produce again this year, I don't believe. And chili peppers, we have a number of sites that I can see there where it is going to produce chilies, and I can't remember what that is or that. The potatoes are looking absolutely marvellous. We've got a good crop growing there of a few bags of potatoes, a few kilos there, I would imagine. Then we've got the sweet pepper, which is also looks like it's got plenty of budding sites there to produce. And then we've got the tomatoes. Yeah, the tomatoes look like they're starting to be nearly ripe. Well, one of them. We've got more tomatoes there. We've got plenty of weeds with the onions, and there's also some carrots there. Moving along here, we've then got potatoes, the Cambridge favourites, strawberries. Well, they're not looking too healthy at all. And then we've got a blueberry, which is recovered nice from being transplanted, although again that's not going to fruit until next year, I imagine. Now there's the other bush tomato that I grew from seed, whereas the other two were from B&Q, and that looks like it's producing flowers to fruit. I've got that potato I planted way too close as that one. And then butterhead lettuce, we've got 3 of those that have actually survived. Wow. With some potatoes planted and weeds, so I'm going to have to do some weeding very, very soon, otherwise weeds are just going to take over. And yeah, so the main reason for coming up today was to bring up this very heavy 124 kilos, 125 kilos, so what's that, 49 kilos worth of shed. Brought it up, and yeah, it's just taking it out of me, bringing it up, so I'm not going to do it today. I might attempt to do it tomorrow if the weather's good. It's 2 days later. I actually came yesterday, and well, this is what I did. I constructed a shed, partially. I've just got to finish off by putting the doors on, the trim, a few screws that I've left which were not necessary for the actual main construction. And that's what I'm here to do, is just to do a bit of finishing. Whether I get it all done or not today is another matter, because I'm feeling very tired after yesterday. I did get some help, a little bit of help with it, and the fact that someone was there on hand to to call upon to help was brilliant. So thank you, Mel, if you watch this video. It's Thursday and I'm back again. I've got my shed set up so it's a little base so I can come up and do little jobs whenever I want, come and have a sit and relax, and then carry on doing a few more jobs, because the weeding has got a little bit out of hand, and in the next few days I'm going to sort that out. Perhaps that'll be next week. But in the meantime, I just need to do a couple of things. So one of those things is I'm just going to measure the composter and just see whether there's room for it just to sit nicely at the side there. So that's 29 inches, 75 centimetres wide, 70, yeah, between 70. So if I can get it away from here, then I can use this space for growing. Yeah, it should just go on the edge here if I put it just there. So I just need to move some compost as well, so I can do that. Yeah, so I've kind of mounded up all the compost here when I was trying to get it out of the way to put the shed down. So I just need to get this out of the way, just create a bit more of a flat surface. Plus also it means I can use this compost on my plot far better than it's sat underneath a composter. And then round the side of the shed I'm going to grow a grapevine. I've got one a cutting ready to come across. Yeah, so I'm not actually digging, I'm just shifting compost. And then I'll have to shift it again. Because I'm ending up with a bit of a pile there. Yeah. I think that'll do. So I pegged the composter down, so I'm going to have to lever that out. Right, so getting this out should be fairly easy because I've just pulled out one of the pins. So there's one. There's another. That goes just nicely there. Get the pins and pin it down. So clumsy. There, the wind's not going to blow that anywhere. Oh, right. Well, I've got my bucket and my trowel that I can keep up here now in the shed, and I've noticed some of these perennial weeds are flowering, so I do need to get some of these out today, if not all of them, some of them, especially the flowering ones, because these perennials, if I leave them in there too long, they get established, get rooted, and just keep coming back. I know they'll keep coming back for a while until I pull them out a few times, but at the moment, today this is more of a emergency measure to make sure it doesn't get too crazy. And one of the reasons I've waited as well is because there's things I've planted here I've been waiting to come up, like these potatoes. And sometimes when the weed is small, you can't always tell the difference between your crop and the weed. Some things are obvious, some things are not, some things are learnt, and I'm learning. Every day is a school day, but I'll keep making mistakes, no doubt. Because no one's perfect. Yeah, so it's a case of not just cutting the tops off these and trying to get my fingers in and pull out any roots that I can feel, because it's that established root that just keeps on coming back with the leaves and flowers. Otherwise, unless it's pulled out, summertime look like little carrots. So there's quite the bucket there already, so I think I'll go put this bucket in the new composting area. So just today I'm just gonna do this little area in terms of weeding, and then I can come back and do a little bit each day, and then go back to what I originally stated about having weeding Wednesdays. Just need to get some of these established ones out, because a lot of these will just overnight just stick a flower head up, and if you don't come for a couple of days it'll have turned to a clock and it'll be flowering. So if I get them out now, just in case I'm not back for a couple of days. Because it all depends whether I come as to how I feel on the morning. I sort of think to myself, oh, I'll go tomorrow or the night before. But then sometimes, especially having disabilities, sometimes you wake up and you're not feeling it. So you just come back another day. And oh, I can't believe I just found a Kit Kat wrapper. Oh, suppose it wins, all sorts gets blown in. this bucket, minus the Kit Kat wrapper. Yeah, so this area is already looking a lot better weed wise. Just get a few more out and it's not as much of a battle another day. Do a little bit each day, as I say, little area at a time. Of course they'll grow back, but I've got to keep on pulling them out, and eventually these perennial weeds will they'll just give up. It's because the roots are still alive. And yeah, if only food grew like this, like really, like, oh, pull it out and it's like, no, I've got to keep growing. Isn't it weird? I suppose it's evolution of the root, is it? All those centuries of being pulled out, fighting to survive. Maybe we should pull crops out like weeds for a few years, see if they wouldn't that be funny if they established a similar sort of genetic mutation where they just keep on coming back. Anyway, I'm being silly. Oh, I'll have to bring my edging tool up and store that here so I can edge this this whole site and keep up to it. So one of the things I've got left from the construction of the shed is these boxes. So there's 4 halves there. I'm going to try and get the sellotape off and try and use 1 or 2 of the halves to line the composter. So in terms of using this to line the composter, what I need to do is get all this sellotape off and plastic, and then should be fine to just lay it round it. I don't suppose it matters about any metal staples. I'll pull them out if I can, but they're not gonna, they're not gonna turn into microplastics, are they? Yes, I pulled most. I think I've got all of the sellotape and plastic off. Just need to make it a bit more flat. Oops. There, it just stops all the bits and pieces flying all over the shop. Yeah, so I could probably do with another half in there, just go all the way around. So yeah, I'll just go tear off some more plastic. So there we go. Got circular coverage. So that's quite good, because other than the sellotape I've pulled off, I've just those two bits of cardboard as waste packaging left over from the shed to dispose of. So it's good to be able to recycle the packaging on the composter. Well, I'm back again. It's Friday, and there's not much for me to do today because it's a bit wet and I don't really want to be on my hands and knees weeding. But I have got one or two things to do. One of the things I need to do is, if you see this vent, that's on the right way around, and this vent is upside down. And as you can see, it has now rained, and the rain has gone a little bit in, not too bad, but I do need to change that vent the right way around. It's just held on by a nut and bolt at each side. So I just take one off, loosen the other, turn it upside down, then need to loosen that a little bit more. It's got a washer on and it's oh crumbs. I'm such a clumsy person in general. It's getting the nut on at the other side without it spinning off and ending up on the floor as well. Not bothered about that bit of dirt that's got in there, because with the weather around here so changeable, that will wash off very quickly. Oh, right. The other little job I need to do is where these little holes are, go right across the shed. I need to put a nut and bolt through those. It's not critical right now this minute, but I do need to do that before winter for the structural integrity of the shed. So let's have a little look at the allotment today, see how things are looking. Those potatoes are looking good. Yeah, there's chili, well, the sweet peppers there, that and that are not producing just yet, although I can see fruit or flower places. And the tomatoes, they're looking quite healthy as well. And then the other potatoes, just doing quite well here. And that's where where I did that weeding yesterday, so that's looking a lot better. But then you move over to this bit and it's looking a bit crazy with the weeds, so going to have to do something about that in the next few days when it's a bit drier in the next video. And got a couple, well, 3 lettuces there that butthead lettuces. One might be that's nearly ready. Yeah, and the onions, they're doing all right, as is the rhubarb. But yeah, I think I'm definitely going to pull out that perpetual spinach, because I was thinking I might leave it to go to seed and then collect the seeds, but I think it's a biannual flowering, so I'd have to wait until next year. So yeah, I'll pull those out and put them in the compost. The only other thing is, let's have a look and see if we've got any cucumbers. Yep, there's definitely cucumbers.